Yeah, man, we had it, man. Hey, man. What's up, Mom? Hey, man. Yeah, a whole bunch of more shit, man. Austin, what's happening, man? I'ma drop my location. Yeah, I ain't got no problem with it. What's happening? It's up.
It's up, though.
Hey, man. Yeah, we live, we lit with the motherfucking Prince. Nigga, show what's going on. I shit, pop shit, more time, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we act. We act. Niggas talk a lot of shit, huh?
Niggas,
but won't even show up to their own show. Goddamn, you don't want your back end, nigga? You don't want your back end, nigga? For some more shit, though. You know what I'm saying? You don't want your back end, nigga? Yeah, I know. What's up there, nigga? What you talking about? Courtesy of. Yeah, that way, nigga. I got a question to answer, brother. What's 6ix9ine there? What the fuck? He ain't show up to his show. He ain't show up to his show.
6ix9ine, yeah. Fuck 6ix9ine. Yeah, nigga. Junior in the middle of the crowd, nigga. Hey. New wave shit, mob shit, nigga. Rap about it in full effect, nigga. Where the nigga at, bro? Where he at? Where he at, though?
Akademiks, check it out. Now, respect is something usually earned, man, never given. Now, if you guys don't know, a lot of people have earned the respect. A lot of times they sacrifice a lot for it, okay? Whether it's money, their freedom, even if it's a loss of life on their side or the opposite, they have gone to war, and that's how a lot of times people earn their respect, especially in the streets. Now, Tekashi 6ix9ine. Whether you want to believe it or not, Tekashi 6ix9ine is backed by one of the biggest gangs in New York, okay? The 9 Trey Bloods, okay? And basically, man, them niggas ain't really fucking around, okay? They're not fucking around. And even though you see he might be on the antics, the reason why he could be on some of the antics he's on is at least in New York, if you're going up against him, you're going up against a whole fucking army. A lot of niggas want no problems, okay? So with that in mind, he's all good in New York. However, outside of New York, whole different dynamic. Other people's got their own cities. They got their own respect dynamic. And when you go from city to city, region to region, you have to understand who has the respect there. And a lot of times, if you're an outsider, you got to show respect your damn self. All right. So we saw Tekashi, man. He went to LA. What happened there? And I mean, some people said, well, listen, of course, LA got a lot of real niggas, but a lot of the people that were supposedly hunting him down, they were like rappers and they were like clout chasing. And we do know clout chasing is the Olympic sport at this point. All right. But when he went to Houston and he started playing around with the Prince family, okay, if you're not familiar with Jay Prince and rap a lot, those men are very reputable in not only the streets, but in the rap music business. And when he showed up, he was supposed to like link up with them, go to a party. Apparently he was late. He got there super late. They escorted him out of the building, but he didn't just take that because they put up a caption online kind of explaining that, hey, you won't be disrespecting around here. Of course, his ego kicked in, so he then performed the next day in South Padre, and he said, listen, I'm running through Texas. I don't give a fuck what y'all saying. That's when shit went left because the Prince family said, what? Are you really going to be in Texas and tell us you running through this bitch despite us putting you out of the club? So you know what happened? Jay Prince Jr., and that was the guy's party that Tekashi was trying to get into in the first place. He got 50 niggas with him, and he went to the next location in Texas that Tekashi was going to perform. You know where that was at? That was at South by Southwest. World Star was having a showcase. By the way, they tried to book me. Thank God they couldn't pay the fee, okay? Because when they booked Tekashi, and they did book Tekashi, there was a bunch of people online. Tekashi, Rich the Kid, Wife, and Lucci, T. Grizzly, all type of people on the goddamn lineup. But Tekashi was the headliner. He was paid the most money out of everyone to perform, okay? I talked to Jay from World Star. He said he got helicopters there because Tekashi's a very controversial person. You can't have the same security as if it was just Rich the Kid or being almighty. You got to have a lot of security. However, when Jay Prince Jr. showed up with 50 people, and clearly you know that they have issue with Tekashi, somehow, and this is what I'm talking about respect, they got in the club, they got in the venue, and all 50 people with Jay Prince Jr. were in the venue and even on stage. Okay? So when you're looking at the promoters and the organizers and they're like, shit, Tekashi's supposed to come on in like a couple of hours. How the fuck we gonna do this? You have the guys who doesn't like Tekashi on stage. They're videoing themselves on stage. They weren't hiding. They were putting up on Snapchat. They were waiting. Okay, now, safe to say, Tekashi made a very smart move by not going and not performing. Okay? However, this is where it gets complicated because you hear Jay Prince said, by the way, again, they run Texas, man. They're going to get in anywhere. Let me tell you this. If you think Jay Prince's family shows up to World Star event and they have to ask politely like, hey, could we come in? Fuck out of here. They run the shit. They show up, they say, we in there. What's the problem? From what I'm hearing, the security at the venue was scared of Jay Prince and his whole entourage to even try to tell him to get off stage. So basically, that's what I'm talking about, respect and moving militant within your own region. You are far and long way from New York, Tekashi. All right? So Tekashi didn't show up. And basically, we saw what happened. Now, I have to say, Tekashi, you got to take this on the cheek, pause. Man, them niggas showed up to the venue that you were supposed to perform at. Fine, you got the front end, but you ain't get the back end. And them niggas made a statement. They made a statement that they could come 50 deep if you're in Texas and they could prove a point. Yes, you might have a counterpoint and say they can't come to New York and do that, but they did it in Texas, and Houston is in Texas, and you didn't go back to Houston to perform. I hope Tekashi's seen this and realized that not everybody only has the reach of an Instagram blog or to make a diss songs and try to get some clout. There's some real people who could move stuff around. If a sold-out show could get infiltrated by 50 people who don't like you and they're on stage waiting for you, those niggas got a little bit of power, especially when the promoter, the security guards, the cops that were there couldn't tell them niggas shit. I'm just saying, proper warning to everybody involved, all right? Get a comment, you guys like them, subscribe. You got to call a spade, and clearly Jay Prince's sons, Jay Prince Jr. and baby Jay Prince, they showed what power they do hold, okay? It's your boy Jackie, you guys like them, subscribe.